I reenact, and I'm sure Bradley can vouch for this, is because, well, for one thing, we look at it as a hobby, for one. Of course, it's a very expensive hobby, but anyway. Two, to keep the history going, the true history.
I portray a surgeon to show what the medicine was like at that time and how much we've learned. A lot of the modern medicine we have today, they use some of the same surgical techniques. So we try to make it as graphic as possible to show people war is an awful thing. There's no glory involved. It's all about saving your own behind and those of your buddies around you. It's all about taking care of your own and getting through it in one piece. I feel that being a reenactor, it's a community. We're like a huge family. It's amazing how nice people are to you. It's a wonderful hobby to be around.
I think it's because of my heritage. I'm from Charleston, South Carolina. My great-great-granddaddy was killed at a Bliss farm in Gettysburg. That's why I do it, because it's preserving my personal heritage. Why do I think we preserve this particular time period? It's such a turmoil, and the country changed during this time. It changed from basically a republic to a national government, which is an entirely different thing.
I was asked to help out for a weekend and fell in love with people and just the whole thing. It's like a second family, and I fell in love with it, and then I got started in the hospital, which historically is never going to be.
No. Truthfully, we do it because we love history. We're creative. I want to show you what everybody to know, how it happened, why it happened.
So that it doesn't happen again.
Yeah, a lot of us have relatives who did fight.
In order to be a Civil War reenactor, you got to have a not a right mind, especially when you're out there in 120-degree weather.
Extreme elevation. Aim. Fire all 3 times. All at once. Ready, aim, fire.
There's what some of the reenactors call stitch Nazis. The stitch Nazi is, no offense, it's usually females. They're coming out and checking the stitches on females' dresses. Oh, well, that was machine stitch. That wasn't hand stitch. They didn't have machines back then.
It's not cheap. It can range. It depends on your rank. I myself am private. Myself, I paid a little over $3,000 for all my stuff, and that was my outfits that I have, all my leathers, to keep my, you wear for caps, for rifles, pistols, whatever, belts, everything.
And I actually have my family comes out with me on that too. And so that's why it was a little bit more expensive for us, because I have 4 tents, 3 are A-frames, and 1 is a sergeant's wall tent, which is it was referred to as a small one.
For me, I bought most of my stuff second-hand, except for my tent. My tent was the most expensive thing I've had. Most of it you can find through different magazines, things like that. The dresses I bought, maybe $50, $20, $30. The tent was like $190, so I mean, for the most part, it wasn't bad for me. Now, if I would have been playing a soldier and had to get a gun and everything else, that's where all your money comes in. They say it's about about $1,500 to start. I maybe spent $200 to start.
I do it because
as soon as you get up on that battlefield and you got them blue belly boys coming, firing at you, as soon as you get the command to fire back, and then hear them percussions of the cannons going off. It puts your mind to where you actually puts you right back in 1863. It's just,
so the whole slavery thing was a very small part of the Civil War. And that's what gives the Civil War a bad name, because everybody believes that. Oh, well, because you're a Southern reenactor. Because you still get this today. African American people just, they despise us. They still do. And we're just reenactors.
and there's a lot of us reenactors, and we're reenactors that have ancestors down there that fought here in Gettysburg or other places.
Well, the Civil War is very important to reenact, I believe, because it was kind of like a scar on American history. And I believe that as long as you keep showing people, you know, this was not such a great time in American history, it will never be repeated again.
I've had to do a lot of research because it is the hospital, and I needed to know what the different tools were called and what medicines did what. And there's things people ask me, and I'm like, I don't know. Let me check that. And I have reference books and everything else. I will go look it up and things like that. There is a lot. For a normal woman, they really don't have to, because they would come in and they'd have their ladies' tea. They may have to research the clothing and things like that. I have to research the medication.
And like I said too, the main thing is to keep the history alive.
No,
And like I said, it's the best. I don't know. To me, it's awesome. You know, it's like the best adrenaline when you're out there battling. You know,
It looks like Johnny Tiger.
it's just it's awesome.
Early khaki.
You know,
NOD.
that's the main three things for me. Reason why I do it. I'm a reenacting, and I'm sure a lot of guys in the country as well too.
I can show you. I got
Ancestors, or you know, keeping the history alive.
I got Russian.
It's over. I want people to know that it's over. And we don't believe it's over. You'll see some of them. There's some hardcore ones that, man, this is, you know, this is still happening. This is, you know, everybody has it. Even the movement side. Sometimes them boys are even more serious than we are. They just want to have fun.
I believe that it's really important that we keep history alive. We got to keep reminding people as to what happened at a place like here in Gettysburg. This was horrible things took place here, and it's important for people to walk around here, look at the battlefields, and see what happened. Find out what happened. I feel that people have a tendency to feel that Gettysburg is more like a carnival. They come here and they have their hot dogs and their food. Have a good time talking to reenactors. What they don't seem to grasp is the hell that both sides went through.